Guys, after God fear the Glazers, they are trying to sink Sheikh Jassim Al-Thani and Eric Ten Hag in this. The routers have gone ahead and put up a story that, however much Sheikh Jassim Al-Thani is in the lead, the Glazers might call in for a fourth bid, or 11th hour bid, that can really see them achieve exactly what they want as the Glazers. Welcome to this channel. United Matters channel is the YouTube channel. Smash the like button, comment and share. Good morning. Where are you watching us from? We are fresh, up and great. We thank God that we are really awake because of his mercy, because without his mercy we can't be awake. My Muslim friends, you are alive because Allah is doing that. So smash the like button, comment and share as we discuss the fourth 11th bid anticipated at Man United that might sink Eric Ten Hag and Sheikh Jassim Al-Thani. After that, we are having a very huge boost of Onana to Man United. Looks like Inter Milan have gone ahead to start searching for the replacement, and if at all a team is searching for replacement and the quality of the goalkeeper they are looking at cannot be on the bench, he should be onto the starting 11, and this goalkeeper has been linked to Manchester United on several occasions, but looks like they've gone ahead and obviously convinced him. And lastly, more options surging up for the man known as Alex Telles, who has been on loan on Sevilla, and they're going away to win what we call the UEFA Europa League. So don't forget to subscribe, because we want to hit how many subscribers? We want to hit 14,000 subscribers, and they're left with just a minimum. So let's go ahead and obviously get that out of the way, and let's start it off with our story coming in from Reuters from Albanian Sen. He told us that Sheikh Jassim Al-Thani's bid is viewed slightly more favorable by the Glazers at this point. There is a chance that the Glazers might enter another 11th hour bidding process where both bidders sort of raise their stakes again. This is where it gets more ugly and uglier. Do you know why? You can't talk about a fourth bid. You know, for the Glazers it will be a fourth bid, but for Sheikh Jassim Al-Thani it will be a sixth bid. Remember, he has just put in a bid of £5.5 million, and he told the Glazers that's going to be his last, and he won't make another bid. So it was a leave it or take it bid. So if you are to really look at this scenario, you ask yourself, are the Glazers knocking out Sheikh Jassim Al-Thani technically, or with the discussions between the Glazers and Sheikh Jassim Al-Thani's entourage towards the exclusive negotiations, they've come to a compromise that let's not go to the exclusive negotiations, and let's top it up to £6 billion and sell over the club. Looks like the Glazers are not going to bow down for less, and I understand that they are businessmen and they should get in what they want, but for me my worry is, why do they take this long? You know, if Sheikh Jassim Al-Thani puts in £5.5 billion, tell him you've put in a leave it or take it bid of £5.5 billion, but we are not going to take it, not until you make it £6 billion. Instead of taking time of close to 3 weeks, and we are coming to the end of June and nothing is agreed on to yet. This is very much worrying, because the first month of the first month of the summer transfer window is almost done. We are hitting 30th of June amidst the window opening in on 14th this month. But trust me, on 1st June transfers were made. Teams were making transfers. Remember McAllister, you know, he was unveiled by Liverpool even before the 14th. So this is very much damaging to the plans of Sheikh Jassim Al-Thani and Eric Ten Hag. Remember, Sheikh Jassim Al-Thani submitted into that bid, and he had given the Glazers a fortnight to make a decision, because he wanted to be in charge of this club by the 14th of June, the date that the transfer window was opened. That is Sheikh Jassim Al-Thani for you. So you look at what the Glazers are doing, it's suicidal. It is suicidal for this club. It's suicidal for Eric Ten Hag. And this is where I come in through and obviously feel a little bit more for Eric Ten Hag, because the Glazers are doing everything on their pace that is affecting the club of Man United. So calling in for a fourth bid is really ridiculous. To me, it only makes sense if at all they've gone ahead to agree with Sheikh Jassim Al Thani to really make that fifth bid, make the fourth bid come to happen or come to pass. So, if it's not agreed on to see to it that it comes in through, then what are we going to do? And it looks like Sir Jim Ratcliffe is totally out of this, and the Glazers are riding it on their beneficiaries. And I'm not going to be surprised if at all tomorrow or next week we get a story that it's now Sir Jim Ratcliffe leading. This is the game the Glazers have been really mastering and putting tension, all hands, exposing, all pressing tension onto the side of Sheikh Jassim Al Thani. And however much Sheikh Jassim Al Thani came out and told us that he has gone ahead to put in what we call a fourth bid, right? I really understand that. I understand that he is not going to pull out. I think he's all in and he wants to take over this club of Man United. He is sold to an idea of taking over this club, and I think the moment he reached 5.5 billion pounds, that means 500 million pounds won't really scare him from the takeover. I understand. So let's wait and see how this pans out, and let's see how it affects Erik ten Hag negatively. Now, Ten Hag has already started losing players. Declan Rice might go to Arsenal or Man City. Kim Min-jae is going to Bayern Munich. Harry Kane looks like it's one of those deals that is not going to happen. And for the second summer transfer window in a row, Erik ten Hag is not going to have to get his targets. Remember last season, he wanted Darwin Núñez as his center forward target, but he never got any. Some people will say, but we dodged a bullet. Darwin Núñez was a bullet that was going to hit us to our deathbed. But I understand Darwin Núñez will hit the ground running next season because Liverpool has been really on and off the previous season. The other one was Frankie de Jong. We did get him. We spent close to 3 months chasing over him. We didn't get him. But the beauty of it all is that we ended up with Casemiro, one of the best CDMs in the world, you know. Julian Timber, he never got him, and he got in Lisandro Martinez. So, you see to it that all of the first choice targets he was targeting at, he never got them. Apart from Malacia, Anthony, and Eriksson. So, this time round, he thought that maybe, as the board had promised him that there are going to be money to spend, the spend is going to come on more earlier and more easily. But trust what? It's now 4 weeks negotiating a deal of Mason Mount. The third bid that United submitted yesterday evening, it was rejected by Chelsea. Chelsea is calling in for £58 million up front plus £7 million of add-ons. £65 million for a player who is left with just 1 year on his contract. So it shows you that we are into a total mess and we don't know who is going to get out. We don't know who is going to get us out of this mess. But finally, I would like to let you know that it's obviously the Glazers putting us into this mess. Erik ten Hag might start a pre-season training, that is next week but one, without having any signing. Hear me out. Erik ten Hag might start a pre-season as he did last season without having a pre-season signing. That is it. By the time Malacia came in through, we had trained for like 2 weeks at Carrington. That is it. So the same thing might happen, and it's going to be so much ugly because when you look at how teams like Arsenal are really getting the deals of Kai Havertz done, Declan Rice, a third bid might go in today, right? So you look at the structure of those teams and you ask yourself, what is United all about? Why aren't we not being run as an elite top club? You know, those are questions that we must get their answers, and the Glazers are not even bothered on what is happening at Man United. So the Glazers are trying to sink Sheikh Jassim Al Thani and Erik ten Hag because the further the bid, the more 3 weeks we expect of really evaluating and weighing in those bids and obviously coming to a compromise. Unless otherwise, they've told Sheikh Jassim Al Thani that if this fourth bid comes in through and £6 billion, we obviously announce you as the preferred bidder, you submit your papers to the Premier League, and around 21st July, you'll be good to go to take over Man United, provided you get an approval coming from the Premier League. But it's still a long process that is sinking Sheikh Jassim Al Thani and Erik ten Hag. Now, leaving that at that, let's go and really tackle a little bit of the Andre Onana boost to Manchester United. Now, coming in from Italy, La Gazzetta dello Sport, Inter have identified Yann Sommer as well as Giogi Madivashi as potential replacement for Andre Onana should the latter be sold this summer to Manchester United. So this is a very huge uplift into the transfer of Andre Onana. Remember, Andre Onana's agents met with Manchester United in Manchester over this week on Thursday, and it is said that everything is possible and personal terms are going to be agreed, but the amount of money that Inter Milan is calling in for, it's for 50 million euros. That is like 43 million pounds coming in from Man United, something that you believe is being caused by United to fail to agree everything concerning David De Gea. And yesterday night I was contemplating about that, and something crossed my mind that aren't the Glazers or the owners of the club trying to show David De Gea that you have to put pen to paper, if at all you don't, you're going to bring in a replacement for you. So I don't know what's the aim of all this, because if you're having David De Gea and you're having a limited budget, why would you let him go? Let him be here for a season, yes. So after, in January, when Sheikh Jassim Al Thani takes over, you can go ahead and really sign in your preferred goalkeeper. You bring him in, he starts to be the understudy of David De Gea for 6 months, and you tell him David De Gea is going to be sold next year. So I think that's what we're supposed to be doing as a club of Man United. But Andre Onana to Man United looks like it's going to happen, and that looks like the end of David De Gea. And Andre Onana is a very good goalkeeper, no doubt. He would like to reunite with Erik ten Hag. Remember, they are together at Ajax. And Inter Milan are looking in for Yann Sommer. Yann Sommer is another good goalkeeper that I think we can go for also, because he was really doing a very good job at Bayern Munich, but the return of Manuel Neuer doesn't allow him to be at the club of Bayern Munich, as Yann Sommer wants to be ready for the Euros and he wants first team football. So I think Yann Sommer is 32 years of age. For the goalkeeper, that is still too early for him to be kicked out of the queue. But I don't know why United aren't going in for Yann Sommer, but Ten Hag is going in for a player who is going to cost us a lot of money, and he's nearing his third decade. That is Andre Onana. But for Yann Sommer, I would go in for him on any day. Looks like Inter Milan have gone ahead to identify him as a replacement for Andre Onana, and they're going to get him on a chip, because I don't think he will exceed 20 million pounds, according to me. So if at all you get in Yann Sommer at 20 and sell Andre Onana for 40 million pounds, that means you're getting a profit of 22 million pounds per player you signed on a free transfer from Ajax, because his contract had been really run down. So that is a boost of Andre Onana. And there is another boost coming in from Manchester United. A record Porto coming in through, and obviously confirmed us that Alex Telles is prepared to return to FC Porto, but because of his high wages, Porto believes Man United should divide it up. So now, what kind of team is FC Porto? I understand Alex Telles earns £80,000 a week, and United want to move him on because there is no space for him to thrive at Man United. So huge wages are problems caused by the Glazers, because we get these players earning close to £10,000 and we multiply their salary by 7. These examples have been given to you by me here on several occasions. For example, Jadon Sancho at Borussia Dortmund was earning like, was it 70, £100,000 a week? United multiplied that by 3 or 4, and Jadon Sancho is earning £350,000 a week. Anthony was earning £50,000 a week at Ajax, and now he's earning £200,000 a week. they multiplied it by 4. Tellers, I think, was earning like £15,000 a week at Porto. Comes in through multiply almost by 4, and he's earning close to, I think by 5, he's earning close to £80,000 a week. It's affecting the club of Man United, and that is something that they should go ahead and really rectify. That's why Ten Hag is telling them that we should set a bar, of the wage ceiling, and the only person to surpass it has to be that exceptional player that no player is going to feel envied about for that player earning a lot of money. Like for Marcus Rashford, he had a very good season, and even the players voted him as the players' player of the year. So when he's earning close to £400,000 a week, no player is going to come out and make a very huge argument over that. But for Tellers, I think we should just find ways of really getting these deals over the line and really sell these players. Sell them on the cheap. The Fenerbahces want him. Let us sell the player and leave. Let's find means. If at all we really cut off the selling price such that it caters for the salary, good to go. Good to go. So that's what I had for you here onto the United Matters channel. Tell me your thoughts about United takeover 4th 11th hour bid coming in through. Is it going to sink Erik Ten Hag and Sheikh Jassim Al Thani? Yes or no? What do you make about the boost of Andre Onana to Manchester United as Jan Sommer is being eyed by Inter Milan as a replacement of Andre Onana? Would you go for Andre Onana, or you would rather go for Jan Sommer? And lastly, what do you make about Alex Telles' return to FC Porto? I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. May the living true God protect you abundantly. I'm out, and my Muslim friends, may Allah grant you all what that you guys deserve. Me out for now. See you later.